Good morning, everyone. Tina Spalding Trance Channel here for day 10 of our 40 days and 40 nights with Jesus. Let's see what he has to say to us this morning. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and so far, so good. You are all doing extremely well, paying attention to the things to which we are pointing you. What you must remember as you go through these days is that you are on a fast track now between now and December 21st. You are on a fast track towards evolution, and you are on a fast track towards transformation of your society. So when you look at the events that are happening, we want you to really step back from being immersed in them and terrified by them or confused by them. Now is the time to understand that you are watching a movie. Just as when you go to a movie theater, you understand that there is a ploy being used on the movie to get you emotionally involved. You go into a movie understanding, oh, it's a horror movie, so I will be frightened. It's a romance, so I will have my heartstrings pulled. It is a tragedy, so I will cry. But you still know that it's a movie, and yet you surrender to the storytelling because you want to have an emotional experience. Well, what's happening in your world at this time is that there is a movie being played out that is designed just like the movies in the movie theater. The strategists, the writers, the music, all of these characters in the movie have certain assigned roles. So, for example, you will have the music in a suspenseful movie. If you watch a suspenseful movie without the music, it is not very suspenseful. The music adds a lot of drama to the vision of what you are seeing. So does the lighting. If you look at we'll go for another suspenseful movie because they use a lot of these techniques to get you to be frightened or anticipate danger. The lighting will be very, very dim or strategically placed. How many of you have seen detective movies where they go into the house that they're searching with all the lights off and a flashlight? Well, you would never do that if you were going into a house at night looking for something. You would turn all the lights on, but it wouldn't work well as part of the movie. So when you go into the theater, when you walk through the door, you say, I'm going to suspend my logical mind. I'm going to suspend my critical thinking, and I am going to allow you to manipulate me. That's what you're essentially saying when you go to the movies. The same thing is happening on your TV screens. The same thing is happening on your news shows. You are being manipulated using exactly the same formula. The only trouble is that you are not aware of the fact that you are being manipulated. You think that the information that is coming your way is real and objective. It is not. It is a huge production. And when you feel your emotions being played by the news, by the coverage of certain subjects, we want you to start to realize, this is exactly the same thing that happens to me when I go to a movie, an action movie. My emotions are being played here. Now, one of the things that you do not realize is how powerful your emotions are, especially when there are millions of you feeling the same thing. You can be manipulated into a sense of urgency or fear or desperation through these mechanisms that will in fact alter the trajectory of your manifestations. And that is exactly what is being attempted here. It has been working for a long time since television really was implemented, but propaganda was at play before that. You see many examples of propaganda, and yet for some reason, some strange reason, you don't think that propaganda is at play now. It is in spades. So what we want you to do is whenever you watch any piece of news, we want you to step back and see if you can see where you're being manipulated. See if you can pay attention to the music that's being piped through while there's a news story on. See if you can tell by the clothes the news people are wearing. What kind of clothes are they wearing? What kind of background is behind them? What kind of guests are being called on the show? All of these things are staged and intentional, and it is time that you all, as wise beings, came to understand that the very same thing that happens to you in the movie theater is happening with this particular form of information dissemination. You are too intelligent and the price is too high now for you to believe these things. You are being played, your emotions are being harvested and manipulated, and those emotions, when they are fear-driven, when they are scarcity-driven, when they are triggered into fight or flight, you can lose your ability to think clearly, make sound long-term decisions, and you begin to make poor short-term decisions. So that is your challenge today. It is whatever news you are watching, whatever information sources you are watching, whatever movies you are watching, now is the time to step back and ask yourself, how am I being manipulated here? What is the emotion that is being elicited, and what is the purpose behind that? I am that one that you knows Jesus, and I'll speak to you again later. Wow. That one needs to be shared. Everyone needs to hear that story. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'll see you later tonight. Bye.